Hi everybody, I'm Joey and I'm here with Brady Boy. I've got some really cute cards to show you today, but this little guy was in the hospital over the weekend. We had an emergency with him, but I just wanted to let you see that he's happy and healthy and being his barky little self. So I just thought, so many of you had asked about him, I thought I would put him on camera. Now he'll probably actually start barking in a minute and then that won't be good, but he's back and he's feeling good. Right, bud? Yeah, got some kisses? Okay, yeah, we're going to put you down for now. Okay, no, just a minute. I'll hold you while I do my Facebook Live. Okay, you go get in your bed. All right, thanks for joining me today. I hope you'll say hi, let me know where you're from. Have to adjust my camera just a little bit there. We are going to look at an adorable stamp set today that's in the annual catalog, the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. Before we do that, I'm getting on my page here on my iPad so I can see what you're seeing. And so far, it's not wanting to boot up. So let me check one thing on this. I just remembered, we had, yeah, I'm on the network, so that's good. We had an electrical surge of some kind. Sorry about this, my phone keeps wanting to move around. And I just want to make sure I'm on the house Wi-Fi. I am on my iPad, but I forgot to check my phone. So if it's a blurry connection, let me know. Because that's what happened the last time the video was a blurry. I didn't realize I was on my phone Wi-Fi internet instead of our house internet. So I'm gonna check and see once again if I can see you on my page or see myself. There we go. I can see that. So let me get the volume turned down. Sorry, I have to get so close to the camera to reach my iPad. And then we'll go, I'm getting pulled up on my laptop so I can see your comments, because that's the only place I can see your comments. And there we go. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Okay, so at least I'm already on Facebook, and that's good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hi, Kathy. Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. And now my laptop doesn't want to keep up with the internet, so let me just double check my settings here. I'm sorry. I just want to be able to see your comments, and if I'm not caught up, okay, Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Not sure what's going on here. Sorry, we'll get going on it. It says I'm connected to our Wi-Fi. It's just a weak current. So, darn it. Hi, Maggie. So I don't know. Your comments looks like they're coming in, but the screen isn't. Darn it, silly thing. The screen isn't showing the video, so it may or may not catch up. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and start our stamping. Hi, Pam. Thank you, Pam. I didn't know if anybody would know it's my birthday today or not, which is fine. Either way, I wasn't going to mention it because we celebrate, but we don't celebrate like we did when we wanted to be older. Okay, everybody, and let me go ahead and click on my toolbar here, and then I'll go upside down, and then you'll be right side up. So let me just go ahead and move down my phone. Takes a minute for Facebook to kind of catch up with the video so that I can actually see what you're seeing. Looks like it's pretty good right now, not too bad. There we go. All right, perfect. How is everybody today? Hi, Diane. All righty, so we're gonna jump right in. Today, let me find, I've got so many piles here because I have lots of things to share with you today, but we're gonna go ahead and, hang on, let me get going here and grab our stamp sets and cards. So we're going to be playing today with the Darling Details stamp set from Stampin' Up. And we're going to start with an easy card. I really love the type of stamps there are in this. First of all, I like flowers, so I always like flower stamps. And then these are really easy two-step stamping, so you don't have to be lined up perfectly for them to look good. And there's also a lot of sentiments, so you could pull this stamp set out and stamp a few cards for a birthday, hello, thinking of you, thank you. So we're going to explore this today a little bit and have some fun with it. First, I'll show you a couple of other cards that I made with it. So I put this on my blog. So if you go to createwithjoey.com, you can find all the instructions for this card. I thought it might be kind of fun to make a Christmas card. I know it's a little pink for Christmas because I used Berry Burst, but I took the Regal's Designer Series paper and I used my ruler and I just made stripes with the blends markers to make a little bit of a plaid. You know, as I looked at it, I probably should have gone one more that direction. Maybe I will on the next one. But the directions for all of this are on my blog, createwithjoey.com, and you can see how to make that if you're interested in it. And then I also made another one. So this one I made with the same stamps and dies, and this one will be in my newsletter this week, the tutorial for this. So it's free to my newsletter subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, let me click in the link really fast here. I'll have to pull it up here for a minute. So it'll say, the comment will say subscribe to my newsletter and free tutorials here. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. On YouTube, all the links will be in the comments, in the description below the video. So that's this week's tutorial. You get the photos, close-up photos, all the directions, and all the supplies I use, so you know exactly what I used in case you want to make something similar. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get some stamping done. Here we go. Hi, Carol. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining me today. We have a really beautiful day in Lincoln, Nebraska today. It's really lovely. I don't think it's supposed to get much more than 80. If it is mid-80s, it's just really, for August, this is like amazing. Let me pull out all my stuff for this card. So lately I've been trying to show at least one sweet and simple card that anybody can make. You don't even have to have a die cutting machine for this card. So this is just a piece of thick white cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4.5, so it's just your basic card base. And then I have just a little piece of Bubble Bath. This one is like 2.5 by 3 3/4. And let's go ahead and we're just gonna do some stamping. No die cutting or punching on this one. So if you're new to stamping, you can make beautiful cards without having all the stuff. You know, all the stuff is fun, but you can have a lot of fun with just stamps, ink, and paper. So that's what we're doing for this card. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the outline of the little flower in that corner, and I'm just going to turn it to the opposite corner, and then I'm going to stamp it in that corner, like so. I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp, because if you don't clean them, some things can happen that aren't good. One is that you drop something on it and it has ink on it still. Another is that, well, what's the other thing I was going to say that causes a problem if you don't clean your stamp? Oh, sometimes you can forget there's ink on it and put it in a different color. That's not good at all. That's probably the worst. Now, this is just a 3-leaf little outline too. I'm not doing any of the insides of these. These have insides, but I'm going to put this up kind of next to the flower because I actually want one more thing to go in there. Turn the other way, and then we're going to do the same thing. Gonna come up here. If I'm missing your comments, I'm sorry. I always do go back and look through my comments and make sure I've answered any questions you have, or if you've said hello and I haven't seen you to say hello to, then I do that as well. So if I am missing you right now, I will come back and say hi later when my computer actually catches up. Now it's actually, hi Brenda. So I see Brenda's comment. So I'm still seeing comments. I just can't get the picture to load, which is kind of frustrating, but you know. This is a little bud for this little flower. So I'm just going to stamp that in the corners. As you can see, I'm just mirroring each side, each end of this little stamp set. Or this image, I should say, not stamp set. So now there's a stem in here, and I'm going to go ahead. I want this, it has a little bit of a curve, and I kind of want that curve to go right at the, probably getting my head in. There we go, that's pretty good. This. And then, I know it looks kind of a hot mess right now, but we're gonna put a greeting across the front. You could do this in any color. You could actually use other stamp sets and just do this main idea of just a small piece of cardstock. It can be in a color or not, and then just stamping. Have to get these stamps clean. And then just stamp a kind of collage, kind of like I'm doing right here. So now we're gonna, first things first though, we're going to, let's go ahead and do the, not sure I put a label in here for our greeting. So let me double check that I didn't, nope, I missed it. So let's go ahead and, that's annoying because I remember thinking I need to show how to do this. Well, we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you a little bit more from scratch how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer and then we're just gonna take, we're gonna go 5/8 of an inch for this greeting. So at the top here, here's a 1/2 inch is right here, and then 5/8 is the next semi-longer line. We're gonna just go ahead and cut basic white paper for our greeting. If you've watched me very much, you know I do this quite a bit where I just cut the paper about the width of the greeting and then I just make it fit rather than trying to find a die to fit it. It's nice when you have a die to fit it, but you don't always have a die. So I'm going to take this double punch. Can't remember the name of this punch. Those of you that are avid stampers out there and you know the name of this punch. Pick a something punch. And then I didn't get that squared away. Too busy worrying about the name of the punch. Let's try that again. I'll try and get right under the camera so you can see. There we go. I wasn't centered on that one. Pick a punch, I think. I think that's the name of it. Let me know if you guys know that that is the name of it, so I'm giving you the right name. We're going to go back to our Berry Burst ink and grab our Just a Note greeting. I really like the font on this stamp set too. It is mixed with 2 different kinds of fonts, which I always think that's really pretty. And then I'm going to stamp it. Now we know that this is too long. We want our greeting to actually go across like this, and that's too long. So I'm going to just go back to my paper trimmer. The reason I left it long to punch it and didn't shorten it first and then punch it is because if it's too short, it's hard to control in the paper trimmer. So you can see that if I would have cut this shorter, if I'd have cut this off here, I had a really, really hard time getting it in and controlling where it was in the punch. So that's why I left it long, and that is something that I did want to show you today, just a little tip. Now we're just going to cut this maybe there. I don't really know how long that makes that strip, but because we're just going to put it on our card like that. Okay, but before we do that, we're going to put a little twine on this card. And I had my linen, my linen thread. I had it here. Fell out of the bag. Sorry, I know I'm getting my arms and everything all over in your view. But this fell out of the bag I had it in. So I'm going to take the twine. This linen thread is a basic staple. If you don't have linen thread, I think it's only $5. It might be $6, but it's well worth it. It goes a long, long, long way, and it works on pretty much any style of card. So I'm going to bring this around, whoops, and then we're going to tie a knot. With linen thread, I always start with a knot. It's pretty hard to tie a bow with it. Well, for me it is. Maybe you are good at tying bows. I'm going to tie a knot first because that helps me control it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my knot. Then I'll make my bow. Now with the ribbon, a lot of times I do just go ahead and, let's that twisted a little bit. I do go ahead and just wrap it around and tie the bow without a knot, but linen thread is a little harder to do that. Well, darn it. You know, Facebook Live, always a little more challenging to tie bows and do do all that kind of stuff, but that one looks pretty good. We'll go with that one. That'll be good. I'm just gonna trim it. And the 3 cards I show you today, we're gonna make 3 cards. If you're interested in getting the, I got a little ink here, so I'm just gonna turn that over and we're gonna go this way. If you're interested in getting the supplies for 6 cards, 2 each of the ones I'm showing you today, you can put in a $35 order and use this host code. And I will send you the supplies to the cards. Or if you're local, I'll have them ready for you for porch pickup. If you put in a $50 order, you get all the card supplies plus the embellishments. They're called Adhesive Back Sequins Trio that we're using today, and I'll show you those in a moment. So get your order in using this code from today through Sunday, so through the 20th of August. This is my featured stamp set this week. So this is my free class this week. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We've got our just a note. Now we're going to just go ahead and put some dimensionals. Oof, there's a little bug flying around my face. The little bugs have started to come in. Have they started to come in at wherever you are? It's very, very annoying. Okay, just getting my little, we've got that so far, and now my friends, all I'm gonna do is grab these sequins that I told you about. So there's white and then kind of pretty, I think it's pretty peacock, and I think it's bubble bath. Anyway, these are the 3 colors, and I'm just gonna put 2 sweet little sequins next to each other like so, and we have our little card. Anyone can make this, and it's beautiful. It's so if you're a beginner, you can make this, and if you're a seasoned stamper, sometimes we need something quick, right? Sometimes we don't have time to sit for hours to design a card and use all the stuff, but when we do, that's fun, but sometimes we don't have time. I'll show you this card in other colors too. So I made it also in this is Pool Party with Pretty Peacock ink, and then I made one more actually using all pink paper, this one. And actually this design, I got inspired by a card by Dawn Olszewski, so I want to give her credit for that. So how many of you think you would make a card like this that was fairly simple and use this kind of basic template? I would like to know if you're being able to use the things I'm showing you. Okay, so I might swipe here to see if I can see a comment, any more comments coming in, and I'm not seeing them, so I'm just going to continue on with our next card. So that's our first one. Let's get that out of the way here, and let's go on to, oh, before I forget though, I do want to show you that this month's Ladybug Prize is a pack of the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper and the Little Dreamer stamp set. I did, last week's class was this stamp set, so if you are on YouTube, you can go and look that one up. If you're not on YouTube, you can go and look it up, of course, anyway, but that's the prize, and the way you get a prize is to every order that's $35 or more. This is August so far. You get a ticket in the prize drawing for, these are $35 or more orders for the month of August. So we're going to give that away at the end of the month. So that's that one. Let's go on to our second card. For this one, we are going to do quite a bit more stamping. This is when you have all the stuff and you want to use all the stuff. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. This, I think, is scrap paper for what all the things that we're going to stamp. So we're going to mix up colors. Might be an unusual, you might think this is an unusual mix of colors, but I thought it kind of turned out pretty, so I went ahead and went with it. So we're going to start this one with Lemon Lime Twist ink, and we're going to go back to that same rose stamp. And, well, I don't know if it's rose. I think maybe it might be a rose. It kind of makes me think of a wild rose. I just want to make really sure I don't have any Berry Burst ink on this before I dip it into my Lemon Lime Twist ink pad. So I'm going to ink this up and Lemon Lime Twist. And then we're going to stamp some, there's another flower shape in this stamp set. Oops, wait, we want the inside of that. So that's the outside of that is Lemon Lime Twist, and then the inside is going to be Lemon Lolly. And I don't stamp this off because Lemon Lolly is very, very soft to begin with. So if I stamp it off, you won't really see it. Again, I know that might look kind of odd, but trust me, trust the process, as they always say. I was just experimenting with colors, and in the end, I thought this looked nice. We'll see if you think it does or not. You might think, no, I don't think I would have put that together, Joey. All right, let's go with Lost Lagoon. Here is the other little flower outline, and then we're gonna stamp this. Now this time, for the inside of the flower, we are going to stamp off. We're going to take the inside of the flower, and then I usually try to grab a piece of scrap paper when I'm stamping off so you don't have to sit and look at a hot mess while I'm making the cards. Okay, so like that. And then I think we'll just go ahead and we have one more thing to stamp, and then we'll die cut. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the black ink and then the happy birthday, and then I should have a label. So this label is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and if you get this kit, this will be cut for you. Anything that is in the bundle, the Darling Details bundle, won't be die cut for you, but everything else will be cut or embossed or punched. All your card supplies will be cut. So all you have to do, if you have this bundle, is to just stamp and assemble it. If you don't have this bundle, you can still use the card parts to make something with what you already do have. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and die cut. I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm gonna grab my plate that's a little bit more clear than that one. I have one I keep just for Facebook Live so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let me find my, whoops, where are my dies? Okay, hang on. Oh, for Pete's sakes. What did I do with them? They were in the box when I started. At least I thought they were. I double checked them this morning. You know what, kids? I just don't see them. And rather than keep you on, waste your time, I'm just going to cut these out with scissors. because I should be able to just put my hands right on them, and I don't know what happened. I must have gotten in a hurry picking up this morning, so I might have put them away, but we're just gonna cut with scissors. So these are gonna be pretty easy to cut with scissors. Going to just, does anybody else have things where they think they're really organized and then they go to make their project and they can't find something? Anybody else? Am I alone in that? You'd think for Facebook Live I would double and triple check, and I thought I did, but I'm sure I have set something right here on top of them because I've got a lot of things stacked up to show you some things that are happening. One thing that's happening is the new holiday catalog is, well, it's officially called the September through December holiday catalog, September through December mini catalog. That's the actually official name. It's going to be live the first of the month, but I'm taking orders for a sampling of, so shares, for designer series paper shares, a sampling of everything, all the paper and all of the ribbon. It went out in my email, I think early in this week. I'm not 100% sure when the first one went out. The issue is I can't show in the catalog the paper. I do have most, if not all of it, so I might just do a special Facebook Live where I just show the new designer series paper and the new ribbon, so you can see what would be in the ribbon share. If I do that, I will make an event on my page and make sure that I give you a day or two ahead of time so you know. But then, as you know, also everything stays on my page, so it doesn't disappear. You can go into the videos and find it. Okay, that's that part. Let's go ahead and assemble our cards. So I have a lot of other bits and pieces here. Good thing I die cut this already, because since I have no idea where the dies are. Let me look one more place here. Nope. Oh, that's so annoying. So annoying. All right, let's go ahead though, since we are not going to find any dies. Trying to think of my third card if I'm going to be out of luck on that one and have to improvise because I can't remember what's on that I might need a die for. But so far with this one we'll be okay. So this is a piece of Lost Lagoon. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to make this the base of our card. This is a piece of the designer series paper, Delightfully Eclectic. It's in the annual catalog. And I just wanted the black and white side of this because I put so many other colors on this. Again, you might think, I don't know if these colors are the best, Joey, but we're going to wait till you see the final card and see what you think. Now, our happy birthday that we just stamped, where might that be? Oh, here it is. If you're just first tuning in, I'd like to say that this is not how it normally is, but this is actually how it normally is, so there you go. I'm going to grab my paper piercer. This is my old one. Oh, here's my new one. My take your pick tool. And I'm going to add some dimensionals just to this little bottom of this stem, and then we're going to actually stick it to the back of our flower, or yellow rose. Yellow roses are my favorite rose. They're all beautiful. You can't go wrong with roses. Okay, so I'm just sticking this on the back like that. Then I'm also going to do the same. No, I'm not going to do that one yet. Let's go ahead and stick down our flower. We're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Again, I don't know if anybody has an idea what this flower is. If you don't think it's a rose, I'd be happy to hear what you think it is. I'm going to stick this down. Now we're going to tie in the Lost Lagoon here with these two little flowers. I'm going to kind of just dry fit them, kind of like this. Let's do this one first. I'm just going to put a dimensional right down there. And then I'm going to kind of stick this under the flower, just a slight amount, like so. And then this one we're going to also kind of just stick in here, like so. What are you thinking so far? Are you thinking the colors work, or are you thinking you're not quite sure yet? It's okay to be honest. Stick this in like that. We're just going to make a little, kind of a little bouquet here. Before we put that final one on, let's go with our greeting so we can figure out. Now, if you'll notice, I'm putting all my adhesives towards the inside of my elements so that I can stick those flowers and leaves and stems all around. I'm going to tuck this here, and then my final little sprig, again, these were all cut with the dies that I have no idea where they are, or I would show them to you. But you can find them online if you just look up Darling Details dies. If you find Stamping with Joey.stampinup.net, I rolled my mini glue dot there. You can find, that'll be my online store address, and you can find this. So stampingwithjoey.stampinup.net. Now I'm just rolling these glue dots so they don't really show. And then we're going to just stick them under. Kind of want to make sure where I'm going to put this because those glue dots might stick pretty fast. Oh, I think we'll call that good. Seems to want to land there. And then no card is complete without bling. So we're going to add some embellishments. This time I think we'll use I used two on this. I remember thinking, at first I added the white, and then I thought that's not really enough. They're pretty, but you know, they don't really sparkle and shine. So I'll show you what I did. Then we're going to go down here. And maybe one more here. I did put a lot of bling on this one. And then one more white one kind of over here to make our triangles. Then for this one, I took the little peacock ones and I put them in the middle of the bud. Or the center of the flower, rather. Like so. What do you think? I thought it turned out cute for a birthday card with this stamp set. And I don't think I had any ribbon on this, or did I? Nope, I didn't have any ribbon on this one. I have it on all the other ones, I think. Well, I'm talking about linen thread, so I have that one. Alrighty, so here's what we have so far. We've got these two cards and these two cards so far. Again, that's the Darling Details. And let me find, I can't even find my third one. Oh, here it is. Oh, and once you know, it was covering up the dies. So here are the dies. And I'm glad because actually now that I'm remembering my third card, we're going to have to use one of these because I wanted to show you how I used it. They're kind of a hot mess, but you get some really cute like eyelet edges. And then where's that lemon lime twist. This one is this. And then there's another kind of outline, and then some cute little leaves. There's all kinds of things to cut out the flowers. But for this next card, we're going to use this die. So let me grab my bits for that card. I can't see your comments, everyone, so I'm sorry. Hopefully you're commenting at least a little bit. Let me check. I can scroll. Okay, Pam likes the colors. Diane, we have a great fun. Oh, Pam, I spent a lot of time looking for something I just used. Usually I've laid it on something. Yes, Pam says usually she has laid it on something. And I think that is right. I gotta make sure I've got the right, that's wrong, the right size. All right, so I cut this piece. This is kind of important for this card because, let me get the rest of my bits and pieces out here. This card, the dimensions are pretty important for this, and I'll show you why. So, if we're going to do it like I do it, if you're going to do it like I do it, you want this DSP to fit under this panel. It looks like I still didn't cut it small enough. Let me look at this. Do I have my measurements? Yes, so the white piece should be 3 5/8 by 4 3/4. Let's see if that's what I actually did. 3 by 4 3. Yes, I did that. That's the white one. And if you put in a purchase this week on my store, you'll get the PDF with all these dimensions and all the photos and everything. Now the DSP should be a little smaller, so it should be 3 1/2 by 4 5/8, and I think I cut it the same. Oh, okay. No, all right. 3 5/8 by 4 3/4. Okay, I did cut it just a tad bit smaller, so I guess I'm okay. So what I cut this piece at is 3 1/2 by 4 5/8. Yeah, so that will be right. Let's go ahead and cut our little white border here. Now, one thing I'll say about this die, it does cut really well. I was cutting a lot with it yesterday, so you have to make sure you get rid of any little pieces that's stuck in here. I did quite a few with it, and I guess I didn't get them all poked out, but let me just poke out. Yeah. I was cutting multiples of these, and it was still cutting, so that tells you how well the die cuts, but these, I'm sorry, taking time to do this, but let me just poke out a few more, and then we're just going to go with it. You'll be able to get the idea. Okay, that's not all of them, but sorry I didn't have that done. We're going to go with it. If you can get the idea, and then you'll be able to do it. So what I wanted to show you is this has a like a dotted edge around it, but it doesn't cut the paper the size of this. It's not a solid edge that's going to cut it. So your paper that you're cutting with, it has to be the exact size that you actually want it to be. Let me pull out my die cutting machine, and then my clear top piece. And now I'm lining this up, trying to make sure it has even margins on both the sides and the top. And I tried this in different colors, but I actually liked the look of the white eyelet the best, so I went with a dark DSP on the inside. I'm just going to go through this an extra time since I didn't poke out all of those little holes. Get rid of this. Get rid of all. See, you can see how easy it cuts out. Can you see all the little white specks? That's so, you know, in spite of the fact that I was poking out some of these, it does cut really well. And then you get a little piece of paper like this. And then you can see where, you know, it's cut out really well. Even though I didn't have everything poked out. Let's go ahead and finish our card though. Let me get rid of all this mess. And then we're going to go to our DSP right here. Get a few more of these little out right in the corner. Do you ever do this with your thumb? Just go ahead, go around the die cuts and just poke them out. Just kind of bend the cardstock and it pokes them out. See? Like that. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down. But it's so pretty, and it just frames your card. You could put anything, you know, in the middle of this. If you don't have the stamps that I'm using, you can easily use a different one. But just remember, if you get this kit, that the parts of the card that are die cut with the dies that come with the bundle won't be die cut, but everything else will be. All the labels, all the other shapes, things like that. They'll be die cut. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna barely dot this glue. Had kind of a chunk on it though. So let me put this down. And I'm just gonna really just put a little tiny dot, not everywhere, but just because you don't want this glue smearing into your open pretty little details right there. So now I've got that done. Let's go ahead and grab my tweezers and I'm gonna go ahead and whoops, oh gosh. This isn't my Stampin' Up! One, but we do have one that comes in the embossing kit that comes with the tray and the everything. Okay, like so. So there's that. That's how that's gonna look. So before we actually finish the card, we only have a couple more things on this card. I am going to share with you just a couple more things. I talked to you earlier about the product share. So this is how I do my product shares. I wrap up, they're all individually packaged with the name of the paper, the number of the paper, and then all the colors that go in it. And maybe you want to see this paper if you haven't seen it yet. So I'll go ahead and show you while we've got it out here. This is, where's the opening thing? This is called All About Autumn. And again, I think I'm going to do a Facebook Live where I show all of the papers and ribbons so that you can, this has like copper foil in it, so it's a specialty paper, but you have some of these beautiful autumn scenes on the front, and then it's usually some kind of foil. Look at how gorgeous that is. Purples and greens and copper. This is blue, and on the back, pretty peacock it's supposed to be. And here's some pumpkins for fall. Here's some bookcases and some more copper. I'm using this one for a swap. I'll show you my card in a minute. And on the back, this one is leather, like a leather ottoman. And then that's on the back. And then more photographs, kind of like, and here's books close up, and then gold on the back of that one. So that's All About Autumn, and I package them up, as I said, and they're in, like you can see here, this is exactly what I used for my product shares for the annual catalog. Doing it the same way. I don't need to put them back in, but with the number and then the colors. So that's that, and then the ribbon is the same way. So I package that up with the name of it, and then the colors that are in it, and then the numbers. So that's how my product shares come. And I'll show you my card. So now I don't see it here. I probably took it out to show you, and now I don't know where to put it. So I'll probably find it before we're done. But I know you can't, if you don't have the catalog yet, you don't know really if you want all the papers, but it is really a beautiful array of papers. So I send out one email, and I'll be sending another this weekend about my product shares, and so that you can know how much it is and if you need shipping. The other thing I'm going to do, which I'm sending out soon, yet this week too, I'm going to have a super seasonal Saturday, and it's going to be in person or to go. I'll have 3 fabulous classes. You can pick 1, 2, or 3. And I just wanted to give you a heads up on it that this is coming. I'm going to use the festive tags and cards. That is on the website right now. You can take a look at that. This is the kit, and there will be this kit included, and then 3 I don't have them made up yet. I just haven't had time. But then 4 alternative cards, and then you'll get the kit with that. So that's the festive tags and card class. And then the next one, I haven't used this set yet, the Earth and Textures. So I'm going to do a class with that, the Earth and Elegance suite of products. I'll do more details of this too. I just don't want to keep you online while I'm showing you this stuff. And then there's one more that I'm going to take a chance and offer something from the new catalog, Pick of the Patch cards. So this is a new stamp set. I can actually show you the products. I just can't open the catalog. So I'm going to do a class with this one, and then I'm going to use this paper. Now this is Halloween paper, but if you're not a big fan of Halloween, the back sides can be pretty versatile for, you know, other fall cards. And I am going to use this paper for my pumpkin class. So that's coming. I'm not giving you all the details right now because I just wanted to give you a heads up. But if you join my email list, again, if you're on YouTube, the email link will be in the description. And if you're watching on Facebook, then it'll be in the comments. I've already put it in. So I hope you can join me for those. Oh, and one last thing, and then we'll finish up our card. So I have not earned the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip to Mexico yet. I wasn't even going to share or show you because I felt like I was so far behind. But just at the beginning of this month, I've been moving into this last column. Each of these is a $500 amount. So I'm just going to share that with you. If you want to join a product share, or if you are purchasing my classes or my clubs, that's all going to help me actually make it all the way down here. I guess you can't really see it. I can see them not in the film or in the camera. This is a sales goal. If I even get just this far, I'll meet a sales goal of mine for the end of the Stampin' Up! Year. Our year ends the end of September, so I have to the end of September to get here. I'm just sharing it with you just in case you got some things on your list you want to order. I always give free stuff. I always give gifts with your purchase, so you never go away without at least a class of 6 cards. So I have a free class going every single week. And so when your order comes in, you will get whatever class I'm offering that week. If your order is $35 or more. Those of you that have already been purchasing from me, I just want to thank you for your support. Most of all, your friendship. When my dog Brady got sick over the weekend, really sick, he had to be in the hospital for his heart rate was elevated, and he was having trouble breathing. And we were out of town. We were in Kansas City, and our dog sitter called us and was talking me through what was going on with him. And she said, I really think I need to take him to the hospital. I said, you need to use your instincts. And if you need to take him to emergency care, you take him, and we'll get it all covered. And we had just had dinner with my aunt and uncle in Kansas City. We went down to see my family that lives there, and we got in the truck. We didn't even unpack our bags, and we came home. But Kansas City is about, I'm missing a part here. Kansas City is about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive. So, and Steve did hit the gas pedal pretty good. I don't find my little tag here. Anyway, we got home. The doctor said they needed to keep him overnight, but he was improving. And they had to keep him almost 24 hours, but finally, here's my tag. Finally, the medicines took hold, and his breathing returned to normal and his heart rate. So I'm really thankful for that. I bring that up because many of you were on Facebook concerned about it, because I did share it on Facebook. And I know praying for Brady, which I really appreciate it. He's 14, so every day with him is a special day. And I'm so, so grateful for your friendship and your prayers for Brady this weekend. Okay, hello there with Pretty Peacock. As I said, there's so many sweet greetings in here. Then, this is an easy card too. If you do need a die cutting machine to do this one, but it's still easy. You just die cut a white panel and then you cut DSP that's just a little bit smaller than your white panel, and then you put that on your card, and your card's practically made already. Then let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how I put adhesive on this little flower. That's that little flower again that I showed you. The white one we used on a card earlier. And I'm just going to roll my mini glue dot like that. And then I'm going to stick it actually kind of, let's see. I want this larger flower. I'm going to put right on the back of that one. Then let's roll up a couple more. I just roll them up with my take your pick tool. You can use your fingers for this too. Actually, both of the flower centers, let's do that. And then somewhere down on the stem, rolling that up, sticking it down here. And then we'll go ahead and just place this. This is a soft shimmer paper. So can you see, I don't know if you can see the shimmer online. This comes in a pack of, I think, 5 colors. There's Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, and I think Lost Lagoon. I think those are the colors that come with this one. Let's go ahead back to our linen thread. Make a little bow here. And for this, I just fold my twine like this and I wrap it around, and then I'm pulling back through. I'm going to grab this, that's our first loop we made, and pull it and keeping everything flat. That's the secret to a bow that lays flat, is when you pull that first loop through to actually finish the bow, that you keep that flat. And you know, if you're not big on tying a bow, don't tie a bow. Just, you can leave it off, or you can just tie a little knot. I would double the twine. If I was just going to tie a knot, I would double it so it's a little bit, has a little bit more presence. Then we're sticking in our little bow. Super simple. Everybody can make this. Don't ever think that you can't make this, because stamping is not hard. It's just how many steps are you willing to put in to make your card. If you like to do a lot of steps, then you would probably have more fun having all the stuff. The die cutting machine, embossing folders, all that kind of thing. If you, we're going to put pink gems on here. If you like to just stamp, you know, stamp and be done, then you don't need all the stuff. I'm going to put some of these really pretty, pink's my favorite color. So, and there are little pink hearts on this paper. I don't know if you can see the pink ones. There's pink and white, not as many pink as white, but still really cute. So there you go, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me today. Let me put my cards out. So 1, 2, or 3, which one was your favorite? Go ahead and put it in the comments so I know which one you like the best out of these 3. 1, 2, or 3, in the order that I made them. Let's see what you're thinking. Now I'm going to try and look at my comments again, bring you up on the computer and see. Oh, there I can. Okay, Jackie, hi. I'm glad you joined us. Pam, I like the colors you're using. Love watching you. You're real. Letting us know it's fine to have a few bumps along the way. You're so sweet. Yes, thank you, Pam. You like 3. 3 is so far the favorite so far. I'm getting lots of thumbs up and hearts. Thank you for that. Number 1, Carol likes 1. If you're voting and I haven't said your number yet, that's because there's always a delay on Facebook. I'll keep watching the numbers, but I'm going to go ahead and, so I'm glad to know. That's really interesting. Not that I think actually this might be my favorite. I don't know. I guess I never make a card for you that I don't like. Jackie likes number 2 with the yellow pop of color. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun too, Jackie. as I said, I don't really make a card to show you that I don't think it's pretty. I don't ever go, oh, this is okay. I kind of take a long time to design my classes for you so that they are pretty. I try to make them not too difficult, but also kind of stepped up. So if you want to do all the stepped up things, you can, and if you don't want to, you don't have to either. So, oh, thanks, Maggie. I'm so happy you liked them. Thanks so much for the hearts. Thanks for your love and support. I'm so grateful to have you, and I hope I'll see. Oh, next week. So I'm leaving for a Stampin' Up event on Wednesday. I do plan to still have one more live before I go. It might be to show you all the designer series papers and ribbons so that you know if you want to be part of the product share or not. But I don't know when that's going to be yet. It'll probably be Saturday. I don't know. I don't even say when it might be. I will post it as soon as I look through my calendar really carefully and make sure I have time to fit it in before I leave on my trip. All right. Thanks, everybody. Again, have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye-bye.